been a great deal of bad news concerning the housing market, especially when it comes to the high prices here in Orange County. But there is some good news for first-time home buyers. Here to explain is Orange County Register political reporter Norberto Santana. Roberto, nice to have you with us. How you doing?
Very good, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Norberto, you have an opportunity to cover the Board of Supervisors. You were there. What is this program we're talking about now? It's a revision of an ownership program. What is that?
Well, I'm starting to hear from a lot of the groups that help homeowners qualify for loans is that a lot of these programs largely disappeared during the 1990s and the last decade when home prices went so high and incomes were, the gap between home prices and incomes was so wide that most of these government programs just really didn't help. Most of them even went inactive. Now it looks like with home prices beginning to slide and come down, some government leaders are beginning to look back at these programs that can help homeowners come up with down payment assistance, that can help them qualify for loans. And in the case of Orange County this week, they revived a program that allows people to get a mortgage credit as opposed to a deduction. So a lot of people in the industry seem to think that these types of programs may become much more useful with the economy that we're all faced with these days.
Are they going to aim it at the general population, or is it going to go to people that are trying to recruit for jobs here in Orange County?
Well, the people that are recruited for jobs, things like top managers, those types of assistance programs typically end up in your employment contract. So, for example, they'll sweeten the pot by giving you some help with down payment. A lot of these programs are aimed more at low-income people that need government assistance in order to get into a house. And there's obviously a public policy goal to increase home ownership. It makes for safer neighborhoods. It makes them easier to patrol. It gives residents a sort of stake in their community. So again, we're beginning to see a lot more of that, but it's more at the sort of middle to lower income level, although with home prices these days, sometimes that can mean a family that makes a decent amount of money.
And speaking of those that have a little bit of trouble finding a home, I know that there are some huge issues here in Orange County with our only shelter for battered women and the fact that the budget took so long to actually be signed, that they are in an enormous fiscal deficit, and the county supervisors seem hesitant to come to their rescue.
I do think that supervisors are a little worried about what could be coming at them. I had a good chat this morning with State Senator Lou Correa, who was telling me that he's having trouble sleeping at night given the deficits that are coming out of the state this year and next year. People say that it's going to be even worse. This week, when the Women's Transitional Center came up to the Board of Supervisors, they told them that they had a $300,000 hole and they had 120 battered women and children that might have to hit the streets because they just don't know how to keep up anymore. And it's one of those sort of real impacts of these delays in the state budget. Supervisors, I think, got a little surprised by it. There was also a bit of a tug of war between Supervisor Chris Norby and John Morlock about how these types of items can be addressed in terms of what funds to use to help these out. But State Senator Correa told me this morning, they're saying, get ready for a social tsunami. Given what's happening with the federal bailout, the state budget situation, the county budget situation, the economy in general where it's at, foreclosures of homes, we could be seeing just an absolute wave at every board meeting with different nonprofits popping up and making requests that are, you know, very difficult to deny, but at the same time you're looking at a limited amount of cash. Now I have to say there is some good news. Supervisor Bill Campbell told me today that the Orange Community Foundation had granted the shelter $120,000. The Orange County Employees Association and Senator Correa are having a fundraiser for the center on Monday at the OCA headquarters. So it does seem that the community is moving around to sort of meet this very special need.
Good. Coming up, the California Republican Convention in Anaheim, what's on tap?
It's a fascinating time for Republicans gathering here in Anaheim. I'm hearing talk from Mike Spence over at the California Republican Assembly that there's even going to be a vote on Saturday whether to recall Governor Schwarzenegger. There's a lot of deep level of frustration with where the party is headed these days. On one hand, you're looking at federal bailouts, nationalization of the finance industry, the state budget, the increase in taxes. I'm getting a sense that a lot of the Republican base, while they're happy with Sarah Palin, are feeling very sort of lost these days. And I think there's going to be a lot of soul searching over the weekend in Anaheim.
Also, it looks as if Palin is going to come back. She's rescheduled. Will that sort of reinvigorate some of the malaise with the Republican Party?
You know, I get a sense again that there's a deep-seated frustration with a lot of the Republican base about what happened to the party of Ronald Reagan, what happened to the party of fiscal conservatism, social conservatism. And I don't know if Sarah Palin necessarily meets that. At the end of the day, she's not on the top of the ticket. Now, many of the Republican activists that I talk to say they may not be super happy about John McCain, but they're sure much more happy about him than they would be about a Barack Obama presidency. So once again, it's a search for the soul of a new Republican Party in a sense.
Now, Britta, we thank you very much. Great insight. Look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations about Maximo.
Thank you again.